Dear Diary, this morning I woke up and just stared at the ceiling. The same cracks above my bed, the same soft golden light peeking through the curtain I never quite got around to fixing. I could hear the wind tapping at the window pane, like it, too, was asking if I planned to get up today. And for a while, I didn't. I just lay there listening to nothing, feeling nothing, or maybe everything all at once. The truth is, I didn't feel like doing anything. Not brushing my hair, not making coffee, not even moving the blanket off my legs. And I know how that sounds lazy, maybe, but it wasn't laziness. It was something else, something heavier, like my body was there, but the rest of me hadn't caught up yet. There's this strange pause I sometimes feel in the morning, like I'm suspended between the dream world and the real one, not sure which one feels more honest. I asked myself quietly, does it matter? Getting up? Drinking coffee? Feeding the cat? Existing? It felt like maybe it didn't. But I stayed with that feeling. I didn't run from it. I let it sit next to me like an old friend I hadn't seen in a while. We didn't speak. We didn't need to. And somehow, just acknowledging that I felt a little lost, a little unmotivated, made it easier to breathe. Not better, just easier. Because sometimes, the hardest part of the day is simply starting it. There was a time when mornings were loud. I'd wake up to alarms, to kids calling out, to the buzz of messages already waiting. I didn't have time to stare at the ceiling. I barely had time to think. I was busy. All the time. Packing lunches, answering emails, folding laundry while the toast was burning. I used to long for quiet. I used to wish for a morning where no one needed anything from me. And now I have that. But silence, real silence, it's not always peaceful. Sometimes it echoes. The absence of noise becomes its own kind of sound. The empty chair across the table. The unread messages that don't come. The way the phone stays still all day. Some mornings, I wake up and feel like I'm in the middle of a fog. I didn't ask for not sad. Exactly. But not full of life either. Like the world is happening somewhere else, and I've forgotten how to join it. And then the thoughts come creeping in. What am I even doing? Does any of it matter anymore? What's the point of starting the day if it looks just like the one before it? It's not something I say out loud. It's just a quiet question that lives behind my eyes as I brush my teeth or pour the milk. And if you felt that too, that soft, slow ache of wondering if you're drifting, you're not alone. We just don't talk about it enough. But then I heard the birds. Not just background noise, but something more. A small reminder that life was still going on even outside my window. The same birds sitting on the same crooked part of the fence, singing their same morning song like it mattered, like they had no doubt the sun would rise again. And just like that, something shifted in me. I remembered there was still half a loaf of cinnamon bread on the counter, slightly stale but still sweet, and coffee, always coffee, a warm, familiar ritual. It doesn't change the world, but it anchors my morning. So I got out of bed, slowly, quietly. My feet touched the cold floor like they hadn't in years, not because I've never gotten up, but because today it meant something. It wasn't automatic. It was a choice. And in that tiny moment, that one inhale before I stood up, I knew I had made it through the hardest part of the day. Sometimes that's all it takes. A bird's song, a memory of something warm. The promise of cinnamon and coffee. Small things, but real. I don't know what tomorrow will bring. Maybe it'll rain. Maybe someone I love will call just to say hi. Maybe the phone won't ring at all. And maybe that's okay. Today, I found myself reaching for small joys. I found 2 socks that actually matched. A rare miracle in my house. I watered the plant on my windowsill, the one I always forget about. Yet somehow, it never gives up on me. And then, I stepped outside. Just for 5 minutes. I let the wind brush across my face like it remembered me. There were no fireworks. No big breakthroughs. But for those 5 minutes, I felt present. Not worried about bills or aches or yesterday's regrets. Just here in the air, with the wind, with the sky. And I'm calling that a win. Sometimes healing doesn't come in waves. It tiptoes in, quiet, gentle, unannounced. And sometimes it looks like cinnamon toast and matched socks. If you got out of bed today too, I'm proud of you. Not because you did something grand, but because you showed up for yourself. There are days when brushing your teeth feels like climbing a mountain, when answering a phone call feels impossible, when putting on socks, matching or not, feels like an act of defiance against the weight of the world. And yet, here you are. We don't have to conquer the world today. We don't have to prove anything. Some days, surviving is enough. Breathing is enough. Being is enough. So if your eyes opened this morning and you said, okay, let's try, even if you didn't mean it, I want you to know that counts. You're not alone in this. We are many quiet hearts, tired souls trying our best. And maybe tomorrow is still a mystery. But today, we got out of bed. With love, always.